Whoa.
Yeah.
Gun? There's all sorts of blood in here. She's in there.
The police thought it was just a routine check, but when they opened the garage door, they discovered the unthinkable. A family disappears, and the truth emerges in a chilling criminal documentary. A welfare check in Aurora, Colorado turns into a nightmare. Officers follow a smell into a garage, lift a lid, and realize the missing mom never left the house at all. Amber's mother called 911 and said she had not been able to contact Amber for 2 days and wanted the police to come check on Amber. Patrol heads to Milan Circle expecting a routine check, but inside this home, routine is about to end. But it seems the peace of the house is hiding some terrible secret. Officers knock, no adults, just the children. They say Keith and Amber aren't home. That's an immediate red flag, so police ring Betty for context.
Hello?
Betty, it's Officer Crowley, Aurora Police Department. I'm at the Milan Circle address. I'm talking to the kids. What's your relation to this family, just so I know?
I'm their grandma. She didn't take her truck because you can see it in the driveway.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Her phone, the bank card is still in the house.
Yeah. Betty, how many times do you think she's done that?
Well, she's come over to my house. 3-4 times this year.
All right.
But it's always been for a day.
So what I'd like to do is start where we always start, and that's the last place she was seen. I don't want to ask these kids for permission to go in the house, so I may have to call your son-in-law, talk to him on the phone, and see if he'll give me permission to go inside.
Key clues from Betty. Betty provided an important clue to the police. On the phone, Betty said Amber's truck was in the driveway, with her phone, credit cards, and paperwork inside. What do you think? The next part will give you the answer. The police realized that Betty would still have more information to give about her daughter, so they decided to go see Betty and her husband. This was Betty, the one on the call.
Hey, I'm Officer Crowley. Thanks for coming out. So I called him, but I left him a message. He didn't pick the phone up. So I can't just go inside without a warrant. I'd either need a warrant or his permission to go inside the house. And that's not your residence, and I can't ask you for permission. Obviously, the kids are too young for me to ask for permission. So just want to do it the right way before anything else, if that makes sense.
Yep.
When's the last time that you saw the daughter?
Saturday afternoon when I came to pick up the kids. They spent the night with me Saturday night.
Was there any problems at that point, or was it just pick the kids up? The kids are going to stay at her house for the weekend?
Everything was fine. She said, I hope you feel better. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
It's pretty nice.
Had there been any drinking at that point? For
no, heck no. They drink in the evenings.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then no sign that there had been any argument or anything like that. Okay.
No.
As you can see, I don't want you to think that I jumped to any conclusions, but I'm just trying to put like a kind of a piece of timeline and kind of behavior as well too.
Cops can't enter without consent or a warrant. They keep building timeline and behavior notes while they wait. Betty recalls that they always had dinner together on the weekends. Amber and Keith sometimes argued, but only minor disagreements quickly resolved. No one ever saw any signs of serious tension or discord between them. According to Betty, Amber was a woman of energy, always present at every school function, volunteering whenever she could, and even serving as treasurer of the PTA. She was known throughout town as a devoted mother who always put her family first. How could someone like that disappear without a word? Clearly, something was wrong. Another concern revealed by Betty is a note suggesting Amber may have been in emotional distress. Betty handed her a 4.5-page piece of paper which she copied before submitting the original.
The note is what concerned us.
Do you mind if I read that?
I don't have a problem with it.
Is this a copy of it, or is this?
Yes, I made a copy. I don't know. This is the original.
Okay.
I didn't want to...
Just from a report, I'm going to have to take the original for evidence for property at some point, okay?
Okay.
But I'm going to sit and read this in the meantime.
And the piece of paper Betty discovered earlier also had a passage. I haven't been the best wife. I deserve everything and all the horrible, though, to think of me. I have always had it in my mind. Make sure my mom has to identify me. Everyone would be better off without me. Lines that jar detectives. Make sure my mom has to identify me. It reads like a goodbye, but the tone is strangely staged. Why it feels off. Yes, Betty acknowledges past emotional struggles, but Amber usually runs to her parents, not off-grid. Betty also revealed that her daughter had a history of emotional struggles and mental health challenges. However, when police read the notes Amber left behind, they immediately sensed something was wrong. This note in particular, it didn't sound like a suicide note, but more like a hidden message. The note seemed to contain a message intended to emotionally distress Betty, her own mother. Investigators believe this could be a performance or even coercion. It is not impossible that the note was not written by Amber. Immediately after, the police organized a private discussion with Betty.
Do you think it's something that, would he harm her in any way? Would you have any either information or inkling that that might happen? No, okay. If she had walked away, I mean, I'm just wondering where else or how far she could have gone.
She has walked to our house. We're in 70.
Yeah.
When she's been drinking and can't.
I understand, of course.
So she's made
I
it that
agree.
far.
That's why I'm so concerned.
That's right.
And that's why I searched Sunrise Park, because that's the closest park to here. And I don't know why in my head it's, you're not going to do it in your home. You might do it too,
Yeah.
Initial clues were so scant that police were forced to expand their investigation, starting with a search of Amber's home. They decide to call Keith through the kid's phone. If he says yes, they can lawfully enter.
Dad?
The cops are here and they want to talk to you.
Is this Keith?
Yes, this is Keith.
Keith, this is Officer Crowley with the Aurora Police. How are you?
I'm alright, boss. How are you?
I'd like to go over a couple series of events and then ask you for permission if I could go inside your house. And where we start searches is the last place she was seen, and that would be your house. But I don't have a warrant, and I'm asking you for permission to go inside your house too.
Go ahead, man.
One police officer kept him talking while another conducted the search. He clearly had no idea what he was about to uncover about the town's horror.
So Keith gave verbal consent for us to go in the house. I'm just gonna go in. If you want to come with me,
I will,
because I'd like you to show me.
God.
Okay. Where did you find the notebook?
In the garage.
In the
That's why
garage,
they
okay.
literally live there.
Okay, let's start there then.
Let's go back to Keith's version of over the phone.
So Keith, in a bigger picture, what's going on?
Man, me and Amber drink a lot, and we fight a lot, and she likes to walk away, or actually drive away, and I took her keys from her, so she couldn't drive away. She grabbed her purse, slammed her phone on the ground, and left, and I have not seen her since.
Did you actually see her leave, or you just assumed she left?
No, sir. I begged her to stay on the couch. We fought a little bit more, and I said, well, whatever, Amber, you sleep out here on the couch, I'm going inside. And I went inside. I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then when I woke up at 9, 10 o'clock Sunday morning, there was a letter on the fucking coffee table.
Has she ever threatened to hurt herself in the past, or was this? Oh, she has.
For the last 5 years, it's been her go-to. And that's what I try to tell her grandma and grandpa, too, is she does this to me all the time, almost every weekend. She'll leave, and then she won't come back till Monday or Tuesday. And then my kids get all mad at me because I let her back in.
I hope you don't mind me asking you personal questions, but is it possible she's seeing somebody else and she stays there?
Oh, for sure she is. She's been, that's another thing. That's why we fight all the time. She's been seeing somebody for about 5 years now. And she don't pay our bills. That's why we always fight, man.
Based on Keith and Betty's testimony, it can be said that Amber went through terrible things and struggled mentally.
Where exactly was the book when you found it?
Right here.
Okay. And you recognized her handwriting?
Yes.
Okay.
It's unmistakable.
Okay.
He says they argued about money. He took her keys so she couldn't drive. She smashed her phone and walked out. He claims she's left for a day or two many times. A second thread, infidelity. He adds, there's been years of infidelity, fights about bills and a 6-month mortgage lapse. It's messy, but still not proof of harm. Keith admits heavy drinking. When asked if it got physical, I hope not, I don't remember, that line lands like a thud.
Okay, this argument, I mean, you guys are arguing about her seeing somebody, or were you guys arguing about lots of stuff?
Well, that always comes into play, but this particular argument was about her not paying my mortgage for 6 months. I give her all my money. I just cash my check and she pays all the bills. And lately she hasn't been paying our bills.
Hey Keith, did it get physical at all, or was it just arguing?
Yeah, we've been physical a couple times, but I want to say Saturday night, no.
You know, this is a fair question. Is there any chance that you hurt her in any way?
I fucking hope not, dude. I fucking hope not. But yeah, there's a possibility. I mean, I'm hoping not, but like I said, I don't remember shit. Me and Amber go through this shit all the time, and she always comes back.
Okay.
The only thing I'm worried about is she always goes to her fucking mom's house. She doesn't go anywhere. She does go somewhere else, but she always ends up at her mom's house.
With permission recorded on bodycam, officers start their methodical sweep. Dogs secured, rooms cleared. Something in the air. The officers don't say it out loud yet, but their faces give it away. That odor. If you've worked scenes like this, you know it. They eye a big trash bin. Debris sits undisturbed on top, looks sealed by clutter.
He gave me permission. I have it on my body camera, recorded it, okay? He gave me full permission to look in the house, so. Are these guys?
They let them out.
Are they generally friendly?
Normally, yes.
Okay, good. Just because, you know. Did we look in there?
It doesn't open.
It doesn't look like it's been disturbed because there's debris on the top of it, but you want to work on opening it?
Yeah. Well,
As officer.
Is that finished off up top? You're kind of like a black.
No, it's just that.
It's right here.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Gun.
Oh.
Magazine. Okay. Do we want to call someone? Yeah.
One second.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
We'll have you stay inside, please.
One second. She's in there.
One officer pries gently at the lip. First glimpse. A metal object linked to a weapon. Then another clue. A moment that feels straight out of a criminal documentary. Except this time, it's all real. The search team calls for backup, keeps the family away from the garage. Under carpet squares and cluttered, investigators find what appears to confirm Amber's fate, hidden in plain sight inside her own home.
But when I searched the house, my fear was, something funky. I looked in that trash bin.
Okay.
There was nothing in it.
Okay. Well, when was that? When did?
I was here about 9 a.m.
Okay.
There was not. I would have noticed that.
Okay.
The top was the carpets, and because of the smell, I literally find
I'm just going
too
to
many
stay here.
forensic files. It was not there. So somebody's been here,
Okay.
and the kids were sleeping, and they are unaware of being here.
Okay.
But so somebody
Okay.
did that.
Okay.
Ready? Partner, what's your first name? Ron. Can you get the kids and just go wait in your house? So if you lift here, and obviously there's a gun there, but if you lift here, you can see her foot. She weighs about 160, 170 pounds. Right there, where your hand is. See? There's the body. Yeah. So I called Reno. He's calling MCU, and I know he sent you too.
Now that Amber was found, detectives tighten the timeline. They ask Keith, still on the phone, to explain the incident from Saturday night. He said the argument was about unpaid bills, the impending foreclosure of the house, and lingering infidelity. He emphasized there was no physical assault that night, but the police suspect went beyond Keith. Amber's mother, Betty, claimed that she had checked the trash earlier that morning and found no trace of a body or any gun nearby. Officers log where the note was found, handwriting Keith says is Amber's, and the mortgage confrontation. Police believe the Amber case may be more complicated than they thought. The kids' perspective. The children say they were at Grandma and Grandpa's all weekend. That's why no one heard a gunshot. Inside the house, stains on a light switch, traces in the kitchen sink, and patterns near the garage. The home is no longer just a backdrop, it's the primary scene. Which detail first convinced you this wasn't a suicide? The bin, the note, or the sink or blood? Was it premeditated, or a fight that spiraled followed by a fast cover-up? Either way, the bin is concealment, not a suicide. At this time, all of Amber's relatives were brought in for questioning. And who do you think is responsible for Amber's passing? Ronald. Can't picture Keith killing Amber.
I don't want to falsely alarm you, but I also believe in being as honest as we can with loved ones. We may have found Amber.
No.
Yeah, but we're not completely sure yet, Ron.
Just do it. Just do it.
We're not pointing fingers or making accusations at this time, but is there any reason Keith would hurt her?
I don't know. I really don't. I wish I could tell you more. I don't.
Either accidentally or intentionally, would he hurt or kill her? If he were to mistreat her, would she protect him?
She probably would.
Betty. The bin was empty.
So I went out there and I seen the letter, it was a 4.5 page note. And it's very important. I looked in that trash bin.
Okay.
It had an ungodly trash odor, honestly. But I tried to, there's some carpet squares were on the top. I tried to lift up, make sure there was nothing under it.
Okay.
Not that, I don't know what I was expecting, but I did. So I absolutely looked in that bin.
Okay.
That'll be important. And didn't see anything, and I went out.
Daughter Annabelle knows about affairs and fights, seems composed, maybe just shock, maybe more.
Let's talk a little bit about, I guess, the fighting. And what do you know why?
Yeah, I do know why.
Okay.
My mom cheats on my dad, and like she's not good at it, I guess.
Okay.
And like so he finds out, and then they just go at it because she like tries to lie about it.
Okay.
Like he has evidence of her doing it, and so like it's like yeah.
Okay. And the last Saturday is in just a couple days ago?
Yeah, last Friday was the last time I seen her.
Okay. Did you talk to her at all on the phone or anything?
No, she came over for dinner because my grandma was cooking dinner, and she came over, and we had dinner, and then she left, and then yeah.
And then you were there
From
Saturday.
Friday all the way to Sunday.
Okay.
Then, an interruption and the most important clue, Keith's sister Susan calls. He'd stopped by and said enough to blow the case open.
I saw my brother park up there, and so I got the dogs out. And I didn't know the front door was open, and he just came in, and I seen it on his face, and he goes, "You know I don't hate you." That was the first thing out of his mouth. And I said, "I know, I love you, you're my best friend."
Okay.
And then I said, "It's Amber that's trying to keep us apart."
Okay.
And he just looked at me and started crying, and I said, "Oh my God, what'd you do?"
Okay.
And I asked him if Amber was okay. And then he looked at me and he said, "You know what, I don't remember anything.
Okay.
I just remember waking up and seeing her on the ground."
Okay.
I asked him what the hell happened to tell me what he did.
Okay.
He said they had been drinking and fighting all night.
Okay.
It was over money, I guess. Keith opened some bills and found out that the house had been foreclosed on.
Okay.
And then Amber pulled out the gun and he hit my brother with it. And then Keith said he took it away. And it just happened like that. He said he blinked his eyes and that was it. He said I blinked my eyes too, and I opened them and I seen her on the ground.
Susan recounts Keith admitted drinking, arguing over money, a gun struggle, and then a blackout. He woke up to find Amber unresponsive. That admission shifts suspicion toward Keith suggesting a physical confrontation that led to a tragic outcome and an attempted cover-up. Stop for a moment and I want to ask, what are your rules for defusing money arguments in the family? SWAT moves in, tactical units clear commands. Keith complies, no incident, cuffed and transported.
Ready, watch out, Bubba.
Show me your hands!
Front door, ma'am, come to me.
Out.
I see him, come to me.
Going out, turn right.
Point to me, come to me.
I got a guy out.
Hands up, everybody hands up, please. Very good, walk to my voice. Go hands on.
Stop. Just shoot.
Just walk towards me, nice and easy. Okay? All right. We'll talk to you in a... No, we're not. We're not going to hurt him. Okay? Walk towards me. No. Just keep walking. Walk towards this guy.
Very good, you good, man. Very good. Very good, right here. There you go. Sit tight right there, man. Yes, sir. Long guns, yeah, feel free to go ahead of me here.
Hold on. It all looks normal.
Bro, if you just want to hold it, I'll be back with you.
You guys good?
Is that your mom, and who else is the other lady? Gotcha. Okay, man. Very good. We appreciate you coming out, bud.
Yes, sir.
We'll explain it all to you, okay?
I already know.
Okay, buddy. Okay, there you go.
Remember much.
Keith's sentencing is set for July 19. And for first-degree homicide, the law offers only one path: life imprisonment. He called it a mistake. But to everyone else, it was a devastating act, hidden under love, sealed away in silence. Another real story that feels like a criminal documentary, but this one wasn't filmed. It happened right here in Aurora, Colorado. Our intent is to provide a factual look into law enforcement activities. This video is not meant to mock, judge, or discredit anyone. In today's highly politicized climate, we believe it's essential to share these encounters as they occurred, promoting accuracy and understanding.